congregation that is here and those that are out at the beach. Lord God, I just thank you for everything. In your Son, Jesus' powerful and precious name, amen.
Amen.
I'm going to be speaking about the book of Mark this morning. We're going to have two main areas of focus. One of those areas is the temptation of Jesus, and the other is the parable of the sower. So, in the beginning of the gospel about Jesus Christ, the Son of God, it is written in Isaiah the prophet, I will send my messenger ahead of you, who will prepare your way, a voice of one calling in the desert, prepare the way for the Lord, and make straight path for him. John the Baptist is preparing the way.
Amen.
Preparing the way for Jesus to come. He was baptizing people in water. Next week, we're going to be doing a baptism here.
Yeah.
What a blessing. As John was baptizing people, and they were coming from all over Judea, Jesus came. Jesus came from Nazareth in Galilee and was baptized by John in the Jordan. As Jesus was coming up out of the water, he saw heaven being torn open and the Spirit descending on him like a dove. And a voice came from heaven, "You are my Son, who I love, and I am well pleased." Jesus then went into the desert for 40 days. Now, Mark doesn't give us a really good description of what happens to Jesus in the desert. So we need to jump over to Matthew, if we could. Matthew chapter 4. Jesus was led by the Spirit into the desert to be tempted by the devil. After fasting for 40 days and 40 nights, he was hungry. The tempter came to him and said, "If you are the Son of God, tell these stones to become bread." Jesus answered, "It is written, man does not live on bread alone, but on every word that comes from the mouth of God." Then the devil took him to the holy city and had him stand on the highest point of the temple. "If you are the Son of God," he said, "throw yourself down, for it is written, he will command his angels concerning you, and they will lift you up in their hands, so that you will not strike your foot against stone." Jesus answered, "It is also written, do not put the Lord your God to test."
Amen.
How many times in our lives do we put God to test? Just think about it for a moment. As I was planning this sermon, there were times that I was in prayer about how I wanted to approach these things. I thought to myself, Satan is a pretty dumb guy.
Amen.
And you may be wondering, why did he tempting my grandson with a ball. Oh, it's your ball. Oh, well, it's yours. I can't give it to you. It already belongs to you. All the things that Satan was tempting Christ with, he already owned. We too get tempted. But you know what the great thing is? Temptation does not have to lead to sin.
Amen.
Temptation is not chained to me. You know, I had this thought in the back of my head that what I wanted to do this morning was have a bag up here on the altar with all sorts of different temptations in them, and that way I could just throw them out into the audience and just get rid of them, because we don't need them. I am not chained to temptation, and neither are you.
Amen.
I can become a slave to sin, but only if I want to be. Temptation is what it says and what it means. We're watching television. We're watching the football game. We're really going to watch Oregon play Auburn. It's going to be a great game. We're excited. But the TV camera guy is obsessed with cheerleaders. That can be temptation. But I don't have to fall for it, do I?
Amen.
Through Christ's strength alone, I can dismiss that temptation. And switch that channel over to the cooking channel. And watch prepared chicken. Because we are not chained to that. You know, I always get this picture in my mind when we talk about being chained to sin. I picture a big old iron ball, you know, welded to our legs, and we're just dragging it like this everywhere we go. But we don't have to. Because through Christ, that's all gone. I just have to ask him for forgiveness. And those bonds are cut. That chain is destroyed. I'm free.
Amen.
You're free. Christ set me free. But he too was tempted.
Amen.
And I'm not nearly as good as Christ, who was perfect. So there are times that we fall into temptation, but we're not destined to have to live there.
Amen.
We can just throw it all away, and it's gone. Again, the devil took him to the very high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of the world and their splendor. Isn't that how the devil tries to tempt us? He wraps things up in these beautiful boxes with these lovely bows, and we just can't wait to open it up. And inside is moldy and spoiled fruit that can become our life if we're taken in by that temptation. And the devil then said, all this I will give to you if you will bow down and worship me. That's what Satan wants us to do to him. He wants us to bow down to him. Well, my knee only bends for Jesus Christ.
Amen.
And Jesus said to him, away from me, Satan, for it is written, worship the Lord your God and serve only him. job. Our job is to be servants of God.
Amen.
Jerry is our senior pastor. He's a servant to God.
Amen.
Jim, our recovery pastor, is a servant to God. Tom Yonker, sitting in the back, is a servant to God. So's Phil Croy, and Rich Wonky, and Dave Hanna, Judy Johnson. We're all servants of God. Yeah. But how we go about serving is up to the guidance of the Holy Spirit. Because if I try to do things under Mark's authority, oh boy, we're looking for failure. Because I don't have any authority. When we pray, whose name do we invoke? That's right. We don't say, I'm praying in the name of Jim. Because it doesn't mean anything. Not that Jim isn't a wonderful guy. But praying to him is not going to answer my problems.
Amen.
But praying to the Father will. We're going to jump over to the parable of the sower. That is in Mark chapter 4. Now, the reason I wanted to focus a little bit on this as well is because sometimes when we look at this parable, we don't think of all the other possibilities. You know, probably most of us did not have our seeds sown in fertile soil. Some of us had our seeds sown in shallow soil. Some of us had our seeds sown in rocky soil. And some of us had our seeds sown in a patch full of weeds. But anyone who has ever planted a garden knows that just because you sown your seed in maybe the not best soil doesn't mean you give up on it.
Amen.
If your patch is growing up amongst the weeds, that's when a brother or sister in Christ comes along and weeds that. You know, if you're sown in shallow soil, somebody could come and cover you with shade. And if you're in rocky soil, somebody could come and water you. Because everybody has a few weeds in their life. You know, the reason we have a recovery pastor in a recovery program here at Bay Area Church is because not everybody got fertile soil.
Amen.
And you know what we're doing? We're taking that seed that was sown in terrible soil and we're transplanting it into fertile soil.
Amen.
And you know what's going to happen? That plant is going to grow up strong. And it's going to be able to bear fruit of its own.
Amen.
But it didn't start out that way. None of us have perfect lives.
Amen.
I can't even begin to tell you of what kind of sinful guy I was 40 years ago or better. But my feet were mired in clay, and the only thing that was important was me. Because I was planted in really ugly, rocky, weed tested ground. But because someone who knew me had a personal relationship with Jesus Christ, they watered me. They weeded my garden. They made me a believer in Christ. It didn't happen overnight. And it took help. You know, a couple weeks ago, I was up on this platform and I was talking about discipleship. I would not be here today without discipleship. Because people came alongside of me and helped me grow as a believer. And you know what? None of us would be here without that. We all need discipleship. This is Mark chapter 4. Again, Jesus began to teach by the way. The crowd that gathered around him was so large that he got into a boat and sat on the lake. While all the people were along the shore at water's edge, he taught them many things by parables, and in his teaching said, "Listen, a farmer went out to sow his seed. As he was scattering the seed, some fell along the path, and the birds came and ate it up." Those birds are sin. That seed didn't have a chance to germinate. That seed didn't have a chance because that sin destroyed their life. Some fell on rocky places where it did not have much soil. It sprang up quickly because the soil was shallow. If we look back into our lives and we think about our faith, there are times that we see someone who's on fire for Jesus. And we're just absolutely ecstatic. We can't believe it. Hey, we know that guy. We helped him. In his relationship, we helped him be on fire for Jesus. But then we kind of step aside and let it go. And that person has difficult times. And their faith starts to suffer. That's where discipleship comes in. That's where you come and put your loving arm around their shoulder. And it's not our strength. It's never my strength. It's Jesus' strength.
Amen.
That gets us through those times.
Amen.
But we don't have to let the birds eat the seeds. We don't need the sun to scorch the plant, because each one of us could help the situation. Because Christ told his disciples to go to the world and make disciples of all nations.
Amen.
Well, my discipleship starts with one person. Could be the guy that lives next door. Could be the people I teach in my Sunday school class. But discipleship is about building relationships. It's about using the power and the authority of Jesus Christ. You'll have to forgive me. My bifocals are doing funny things this morning, and so when I'm looking at my page, it's sort of like this, instead of like this. In verse 6 it says, "But when the sun came up, the plants were scorched, and they withered because they had no root. Other seed fell amongst the thorns, which grew up choked in the plants, so they did not bear grain. Still other seed fell on good soil, and it grew up and produced a crop, multiplying 30, 60, or even 100.
Amen.
You know, a lot of times here in our church, I hear people say they want to see the pews filled. They want to have wonderful fellowship time. Well, you know what? We can see those pews filled, but it's not going to be just on me and Jim and Jerry and Lisa and Gabe. It's on you.
Amen.
It's your invitations that get people to come. Next Sunday, the 8th, we're having our blast off. We're having a baptism, and we're kicking off our new fall season. Kids are going back to school, and we're asking everyone in our church body to invite people to come. I've invited people, Jerry and Jim and I and Lisa and Gabe. We're praying over those little index cards with people's names on it that you're inviting to church. Invitations are on you. Demonstrating your power to look like Jesus will get people to come and sit in his pew. Because what the world is looking for is for us not to show Christ's face. But we can. We can do that because our power and strength doesn't come from inside us.
Amen.
It comes in from Jesus Christ. He is our power and our strength. Without him, I have nothing. With him, we can fill the pews in this church.
Amen.
Not because we want to have a church that's filled, but because we want to see souls saved for the kingdom.
Amen.
You know, I was talking to Darcy the other day, and we were talking about what the mission of the church is. The mission of the church is to seek the lost, serve the lost, and to see them saved. Well, there are 5 staff people here, and we've got about 30,000 people living in Coos Bay, and about 20,000 of them don't have a relationship with Jesus. If the staff starts tomorrow, we're not going to have great headway. But with all of you, that changes. Because you will impact them more than I do. You will impact them through your Christ-like behavior. Well, you know, today we have communion as well. We didn't get as far as I wanted. Sorry. But we have communion this morning. So I would like to ask the people designated to help serve communion to come forward. And when you guys are coming forward to get your communion, remember to leave your pew from the left and circle back around to the right. And if for some reason you can't make it down, if you will raise your hand, someone will bring communion to you. Okay? I'm going to take a reading from Luke. When the hour came, Jesus and his apostles reclined at the table, and he said to them, I have eagerly desired to eat this Passover with you before I suffer. For I tell you, I will not eat it again until it finds fulfillment in the kingdom of God. After taking the cup, he gave thanks and said, take this and divide it among you, for I tell you, I will not drink again of the fruit. Thank you, Lord. The fruit of the vine until the kingdom of God comes. And then he took bread and gave thanks and broke it and gave it to them, saying, this is my body given for you. To do this in remembrance of me. Everybody been served? Oh, come on, guys. Come on down.
Now they got us going again. Left to right. Left to right.
Ordained this holy sacrament. He commanded his disciples to partake of the bread and the wine, emblems of his broken body and shed blood. This is his table. The feast is for his disciples. Let all those who have, with true repentance, forsaken their sin and have believed in Christ unto salvation, draw near, take these emblems, and by faith partake of the life of Jesus Christ to your soul. It's comfort and joy. Let us remember that it is in this memorial of the death and the passion of our Lord, also the token of his coming again. Let us not forget that we are one at the table with the Lord. Almighty God in heaven, who out of your tender mercies gave your only Son, Jesus Christ, to suffer death upon the cross. For our redemption, hear us. We must humbly beseech you, grant that as we receive these, your creatures of bread and wine, to the holy institution of your Son, our Savior, Jesus Christ, in remembrance of his passion and death, we may be made partakers of the benefits of his atoning sacrifice. We are reminded that in the same night that our Lord was betrayed, he took bread, and when he gave thanks, he broke it and gave it to his disciples, saying, "May go ahead and eat your bread." He broke it and gave it to them, saying, "Eat this in remembrance for me." And likewise, after supper, he took the cup, and when he had given thanks, he gave it to them, saying, and you may drink, This cup is the new covenant in my blood, which is poured out for you. Do this whenever you drink it, in remembrance of me. Our Lord set aside communion for us to remember his broken body upon the cross and his shed blood. And without those things,